And this is me for scale.
And cheers.
This video is brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform to build your website. But more on that later.
Good morning. So when you renovate a chateau, you need to be very clever about where you spend your money. And we found a spot that has a bit of everything. And it's kind of like a Costco of building materials. So you never really know what you're going to find.
It's D-stock.
It's D-stock, exactly. You don't know what you're going to find, but there's always discounted items in kind of large quantities. So right now we're going to look for pieces of wood to put around the window frames to close the windows and make them really pretty. So let's see what we can find, but I see already statues, fountains, and other things. So check it out. This is cool. Or this guy.
No, keep walking.
Look at that fountain. Those olive trees are great. Look at that fountain. We've been looking around for fountains. It's not easy, they're expensive. What do we have here?
So in the last episode or 2 episodes ago, I can't remember, I showed that, yes, I installed the glasses, but there was kind of like a separation or a joint between the wood and the glass. So it's kind of black, and I'm gonna cover it with these little pieces. I'm looking for a bargain, so we're in this D-stock spot, and we just grabbed everything that can work.
And you pay by the kilos.
These go in a regular shop for like €3 a unit. And I'm gonna pay by the kilo here. It may come down to, yes, €30, but for all of this, instead of 10 pieces. So we hope that that's enough for the whole house. And we're gonna paint them and add them, and then we'll be done with the exterior envelopes. That's exciting. Time to paint.
Good morning, Tom.
Hello.
What are you doing up here in a dangerous position? Very perilous. Is that even a word?
Maybe. I'm doing the same thing I've been doing for the past month, which is working on the damn windows. But we're making great progress. We've talked a little bit about it already. We've changed our mind, and we went to a full blue concept for the house. And I think it's fantastic, the look it gives to the house. Suddenly the windows are really blending in. They're not like clashing out. So I'm finishing the second coat here on this one, then that one, then I have to finish the door, and then the entire west facade is going to be kind of like fully renovated or done. Really want to get this done before fall and before kind of like rain happens a lot. Then we're going to pivot inside, and that's where it all begins, putting the floor, the ceiling, and all of that together. So that's what I'm doing. And yes, Mom, I'm being careful. I'm always holding to a few different grips because, well, it is quite the drop here.
And we can see the difference between the blue and the white windows. The white windows really stick out, and the blue blend in a lot more. You don't see the details of the windows so much. So I think it's a good choice to go darker. They're just not the nicest of windows, and we're working with what we got.
But we saved a lot of money by not changing them.
Exactly. So I think it's a good thing. Here is the front. We just added some little pieces of wood around each frame. So now they're really kind of done on this side, which is great. See, that's the little piece of wood that we added here. to really kind of seal. We will cut this thing, don't worry. This whole thing is just a phone line. We got to cut it off. But yeah, it's looking pretty nice. And then I can't wait to put the 2 light fixtures on each side of the door. We got them from Le Bon Coin, which is kind of the French marketplace. And we got them for really cheap. I think we paid like 10 euros for them. So it's going to look much better once we're done. Look at this. Already has more character, right? Than before. Yeah.
One of the biggest milestones in our restoration journey has been creating a place where people can directly support the chateau. And with Squarespace, that became possible. The platform made it so easy to build a beautiful online store. We designed it ourselves, uploaded every photo, wrote the descriptions, and customized everything to match the Château Poséidon aesthetic. And now, we're so excited to share that our official merch store launches November 8th. And it's where you'll find your first collection, hoodies, t-shirt, and hats. And every order directly helps to fund the restoration of the chateau. Squarespace really turned an idea into something real. And if you've ever wanted to build your own website or online shop, head to squarespace.com/Château Poséidon and use the code Château Poséidon for 10% off your first purchase.
So we came here a few days ago and I saw a really big fountain, one of one. There's only one in this shop. This is like a destocking place. And we thought about it a little bit, and then my friend called me because he was here a day after, and he's like, hey, did you see this huge fountain that was in this spot? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, they have 30% off, and it was already a good price, and now it's a really, really good price. And I compared with other places that had fountains and stuff, and I'm like, this is basically just the price of shipping of another fountain. So I think we're just gonna get it. We don't even have running water, and this is not a priority, but we're just gonna stock it and put it once it's time, because I think it's a good investment. Right, Tom?
Mm-hmm.
Now the question is, how are we gonna bring this back to the chateau? So this is the fountain. And this is me for scale. It's nice, right?
It's very nice.
We might remove the cherub on top, this little thing. I'm not sure about it, so we might remove that, but the rest I think is really nice. Let's pack it up. Maybe come out, look, all around here, and then all around here, and then all around there.
But how do you bring this home?
I think we'll have to call some experts. I don't think we are able to do this ourselves.
Yes, we'll figure it out because I'm not paying for that.
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
We always do. We'll ask a few friends to come and help us. But like I was saying, the water's going to come out of here, there, and here. So it's going to be flowing everywhere. It's going to be so nice. We need to build something for the bottom. So we need a concrete slab or something of the sort. And then you can put like little stones or whatever at the bottom. And maybe we get some fishies. Right?
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, these are pretty nice. They're des pots Médicis. And you can put those like anywhere, either in front of the chateau or in front of the stairs that we have going to the future, how do you call it? Potager is... What
Garden?
Is it? Yeah, well...
Vegetable
patch. There's many places we can put those, and they're quite classic in shape and really good price for 60 euros. I think those are pretty good deals. What do you think? There's these ones too, but they're quite huge.
I think it's a weird priority, but...
I think those are too big. I don't think we have room for these.
Yeah,
ones.
that seems exaggerated a little bit.
That's a bit exaggerated. Yeah. Okay.
This whole adventure so far has been physical work and a lot of planning and decision making. And I think it's now pretty clear that Damien and I have to be very conscious with a lot of the money decisions that we make. We don't have the money to just say yes and get everything done perfectly the right way the first time. Because if yes, we wouldn't have the money to do this project, but we still want to make it happen. So what we're balancing is how we can save money here and there and which ones we have to make some hard decisions. A couple of things that you have to make big decisions on big kind of pieces of our budget: heating and the sewage system. You have to do it. You cannot have those two things, and you have to be clever. We have 750 square meters of space here. Now the thing is, we're not going to be using this space all winter at all times. So we need something that can balance it out, but that can, if we do expand and have big celebrations, even in the winter, has the capacity to do that. So I'll just show you, we do have existing radiators in rooms. And this is one of those that's actually here. The poor guy, though, is alone in this giant room. This is not enough for a room this size. So there is a system, and I'll show you, and we'll dive a little bit later today. We have people who are coming in. They're going to be helping us sort of map out what it's going to cost and look like and weigh different options. What we are getting close to selecting is likely to use wood pellets. So small pieces of wood that are going to feed a furnace. They're automatically being fed to the furnace, and this is kind of like the best cost, eco-friendly way to use a radiator system. Okay, so follow me. I'm going to show you the current system that's in place and what we want to do with it. Okay, now bear in mind, we haven't opened anything downstairs, so I'm going to have to open up some windows so we can see a thing, but follow me. And yes, it's haunted. People keep asking. Of course it is. All right, so we're using the servant staircase. This was hidden between the kitchen and the dining room. So that's where the servants were bringing the food up to the family upstairs. Wow! There was light. So we're in this big space. You've seen it a few times now, but this was the kitchen. It's the biggest room downstairs. We don't know yet what we're going to do with it, but let's get to
maybe a gym.
Maybe. I give you the heating room. So there is a downstairs.
To the downstairs.
To our downstairs. So this is the monster that used to heat the water and the radiators in the entire chateau. It's quite a complex system. It goes through all the radiators, so you have water. The water gets heated up and it's pushed all the way to the attic where there's those giant kind of huge
water
tanks,
tanks.
And they're kind of like square tanks, and then it would be distributed through the radiator system. This is a wood furnace. It says, Chappé, come down, I'll show you.
I haven't been down, actually. I've never been down those stairs. Oh, look at that. And I guess that's where the wood was coming from.
Yes. So this is a Chappé that we have here. It's still, this company still exists in France. It doesn't produce these, of course, but it still exists.
Is there anything inside?
I did look, there's nothing. There's just the whole system that was there. So it's a wood furnace, and it's a beast of a machine. Now there's kind of still some question marks. We don't know yet kind of what serves what purpose. And we even had people coming over, having a look, because no one knows what this is. So we found some clues. We have the heating, so the smoke that leaves here, this pipe, and it goes all the way up to the chimney. That we know through this pipe here. Look in the back. All right, so this big pipe, this is for the smoke. Okay. And then you have some water pipes that are the smaller ones. You're gonna see more here. There you go. Yeah. Okay. So that makes sense. The portion that doesn't quite add up for us is, what is that thing? And we don't know.
We don't know what this is.
So we had some experts coming a little bit earlier this week, and they couldn't tell either. So we started kind of exploring around the chateau. We understand now that what you see, there's a little angled part, is a air conduct that would take air from the west side of the chateau, bring it underneath the floor of the basement, and feed the room here and the furnace. Just because of the fire, the size of the fire, it needed a big kind of airflow to feed the fire. The box here that is in faux brick, this is not.
That's faux brick. Why would you paint brick in the basement?
But what's funny enough is they have used brick material behind, so it's brick on brick.
Why?
I'm just gonna keep this one here. All right, but
another piece of the chateau.
You're gonna have to turn it off and turn it back on again with the flash, because I need to show you guys something.
Okay, be right back.
Okay, so come on here. So earlier we were right here, and we opened up. Now we're behind this giant brick. We opened it up. So much stuff started coming out of it. It would be nonstop. This is chimney remnants, and we actually have no idea what this is, what it feeds, where it's coming from. So we still have a lot more exploration to do. It's a chimney conduct of some sort, but we don't really understand why it's up here and not feeding. So it seems very clear that
we don't know anything.
We're not at the end of this adventure for the heating system. A couple of things that we kind of lastly know now is the furnace will likely go here and replace it. It's a perfect size room for that. We're likely going to knock this out, get this away. But wood pellets needs a lot of space for the wood. And if it's either wood pellets or what it's called biomass, so it's like pieces of wood, both need quite a lot of room to feed automatically in the heater. And the logical room is that you have the giant storage here feeding the room down there. But let me show you, it's actually the only room in the basement that has this gorgeous floor.
Oh, this is so unfortunate, because actually this room here, I'm gonna put in 0.5 so you can see the room a bit better, but so this room here has a water heater, it had a sink linked to it, and there's a toilet right here. And so this was actually the bedroom of whoever was filling the heater, right? With wood, like throughout the night and the day.
Which I don't want it to be my job, so we need a new system now. So listen, we're gonna see if we can salvage this. If there's a way to safely remove, maybe break a few, but try to save as many as we can and repurpose them across.
My idea is to take this and then we could make the floor of the 4 different bathrooms in the towers, right? That would be perfect, because then we not only save this beautiful cement tile, but we also put it somewhere where we can actually see them.
I think it would
every
be.
day.
I think it's a great idea. We have to save them. We have to see what we can do.
And I think that's probably the size of the 4 towers. Actually, this whole room.
At least 3. Let's say with collateral damage, we can probably do 3.
Yeah.
But I think that's absolutely feasible. So we'll see what we can do. But this would become the heating. Now I'm going to put a full plan of the basement right here.
Here.
whole page. So you can see where we're at, and there's still a lot more rooms that we want to repurpose. And you know, there'll be a washing machine and kind of like storage, and then there'll be we want to have our own gym at the chateau, and just also you've seen what Damien buys. We're going to need storage for that. But these two rooms would be repurposed for that. So that's where we're at with the heating system. The reason why we're talking about this right now is because this is the kind of thing you have to plan ahead of time and you have to budget for. So we're getting a lot of different companies to come and give us a price for the furnace, for the installation, how big do we want it? And we're trying to be clever. What we would like to do is to have a system that is not the beast that can heat 800 square meters if we're not using it. So I was sort of balancing ideas here, thinking, do we have a tandem system? One that can heat the main rooms and one that can come in, for example, if we heat the second floor. And that we never need it, we don't need this as long as we don't heat the second floor. Another potential is, do we start and go in the chateau using a Rayburn oven, something that is a gas oven that can be connected to up to 16 radiators and that you can use as your oven. So that's one way that you can maybe start the system without having to install all of this. But if the oven is 20 grand and the system is, I don't know, 50, 60 grand to install, then it may not be the right thing. What we have no idea yet is how much this is. Is it 100, 150 that we're gonna get? If it's these prices, let me tell you something, I'm installing it myself and I'm getting a course to know how to do that. I am not paying that. But that's where we're at. So we're gonna keep you guys updated as soon as we know what it is. And if anyone has an idea what the big box of faux brick is, let us know. So that's the update on the heating system. Okay, so what did you just find in...
Such an exciting moment. When we thought we had seen everything in this room, these are cupboards. We never realized that this also was a cupboard. So we opened it. And look what we found. The piece of the chimney of the fireplace that was left behind. This was stored in there backwards, so it looks very dirty and not interesting. And then I turned it around. We took it out, turned it around, and this is what it looks like on this side.
This is gorgeous.
This is cast iron, and it is so detailed. Look at all these little flowers here, and this beautiful detail. This was probably here, and then there was a huge fireplace mantle around. It could also be one from a different room, maybe the bedroom or the grand living room. We're not sure. But I'm so happy that we can find a piece that was originally here in the chateau. Everything was stolen. So this is a big discovery. I'm so happy.
This is huge. Look at that.
And it's funny because it has little wheels on top. So it's like the system to position it was hanging on some kind of device. I'm not sure.
I think it was to close, to maybe have like
a... Oh yeah, maybe a panel behind or
fire
something.
From,
yeah, you're right. I'm not sure, but...
Another finding at the chateau.
We love those surprises.
Does that count as Damien's findings? It definitely does.
It does.
And you got it for?
Free! Which makes Tom happy.
Yes. All right, back to work. You were cleaning.
Yay! Mwah. Lunch break at the chateau, and we are right now in our neighbor's orchard. He has probably 10 apple trees, and they are filled with apples. And he's like, come get a box, come pick some apples, and we're gonna do some crumbles, some apple pies, some fall yummy desserts with those things. When I say we, I mean Tom, because he's the one who bakes. I'm the one who cooks, he's the one who bakes.
That's right.
And yeah, so there's different kinds of apples. So let's go check what we can find. Let's see.
Happy apple season. Cheers. Oh, completely different.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. This one is like soft and sweet. The other one had a little bit more acidity.
That's a good one.
How many apples can one eat in a day?
If there's any doctor here, let us know.
Well, 1 apple a day keeps the doctor away. So
What
how
does-
about 2 apples a day?
Exactly. What does it do? Little twist. Little twist.
And she's mine.
She's yours. You're like Adam and Eve.
So these are baking apples. These are not to bite into. They're going to be very bitter, but they're going to make a mighty apple pie.
Do you think we would have been Adam and Steve?
Who's Steve? Oh. You would have been Steve.
I would have been Steve, I guess.
Because you would for sure not follow the rule and bite into the apple. I would follow the rules. I'm a Virgo.
You're Virgo. Virgos always follow the rules. But I'm a Cancer. I do as I want. So Steve definitely would have bought into that.
It's not that you're a Cancer, it's that you're an...
Hey, hey. Watch him out.
Hey!
Small but nice. There's a bug. No more bugs.
So how many do we have? Wait, show me. Don't go away.
So many.
Wow.
And so many different kinds. We have like 4 different kinds of apple.
This is why fall is my favorite season of the year. Look at that.
And you're also a fall baby, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's go bake.
Thank you so much for being here with us. If you like what we do, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. It truly supports our restoration. On that note, we'll see you next Saturday. Bye for now.